this is the 14th sketchbook for my illustration degree. So this first exercise is about visual distortion. So we had to take a character, so it could be like a pet or an animal or a person. So I took my cat Angel and did a few sketches of her. Then I did some more here in different positions. Then I did this sketch here with just 5 lines. Then I did a texture move board because that was part of the distortion that's going to come up. So we had to look for sort of really good texture pictures. So these are of like corals under the sea. This was like hair, this was like an octopus, this was leaves, this was some knitting, clouds, and I think this was like again something from under the sea, like a coral. And then another one with different things. So this was like chains, leaves, this was some like urchins and stuff on something. These was I think this was porcelain balls. This was like a texture on metal, how it had gone weathered. This was one of those like spongy things under the sea. This was paper in different strips, a bit like quilling. This is obviously wood. This was net. This is obviously corn on the cob. And again, these were more texture stuff from like metals. So then you had to obviously cut out from your picture, texture pictures, and make a collage onto your sketch of your character. So obviously this is how it is on my cat. So we've got like an octopus ear, we've got hair on this section, we've got the coral down here, we've got the chains here and the leaves and so on. Then you had to print it off as like a flat image. And then again sort of distort it in like Illustrator or Photoshop. So I traced it first of all, did it in black and white, and then I added some colour. So I did colour here. Obviously my cat is like she's brindle, which is a bit like a black and tan, like a tortoiseshell colour. And then you had to obviously, it's basically getting you to come up with characters for obviously children's books or stories, that sort of thing. So then you had to put them into like a setting. So I wanted to do the same kind of setting in the way that I've done her texture on her and put it through Illustrator and Photoshop and coloured it. So this was like a street view, so I did it the same way, but then I realised it's a bit too similar. You can't differentiate much from the other one. So then I tried different colourway, more block colours, to see if that helped. And then I tried it more as a close up or using her bigger. So it could be like a story of like a giant cat kind of thing, because this is the front door, so obviously she's a lot bigger. So it's just bringing in ideas and stuff for stories. And then I tried it in black and white to see how that would look. And I think that was how I decided to do it. I thought that might be best to do it in black and white, or just to have the street view in black and white and then have her in a colour. But yeah, that's what I got to at the end of the exercise. And the next exercise was about character development, so it sort of like followed on from the previous one. So we had to look at different, obviously, character people, so obviously looking at children, and then looking at sort of like older people, more mature people, and the different sort of characters that they can be. like quite distinctive elements to their face. Obviously this lady's got purple hair. This man's obviously got a big fluffy beard. These are obviously just the way that he's standing with his bowler hat. So just some mood boards on that. And then more sort of like sporty people. Can you sort of like make characters out of them? This was obviously quite good because it was the different ways that they stand or how they're doing their sport, different angles that they can achieve. And then this one was on like work people, so like professional people, and how you can get different characters and different people from that, and different cultures. So then I went on, I'm not really can't draw people, it's one thing that I really want to learn more about. So since this unit in my degree I have developed a lot better, so these are quite bad. So I was trying to draw here one of those little art men that are made out of wood and you can move their arms and legs, so I was sketching him just to help me draw people. And then you had to come up with a character idea. So basically I came up with the idea of if my cat was a human, what would she look like? So these are my sketches of her. Again, you can see not very good. So then I did a mood board of what sort of character she would be. So this is obviously about my cat and what sort of things she loves, and how that would translate into an actual person. So obviously she's got big green eyes because she's a cat. Obviously she's that brindle colour, which is like black and tan, tabby, tortoiseshell colour, so I thought her hair would be more sort of gingery with bits of black in it. Again, I did more sort of like facial expressions and stuff, and then trying to make her look better because I'm really bad at drawing people. And then I moved on to another character, so I decided to go with the professional character. So I decided to do an architect because I thought that was quite of a different plane to Angel, my cat. So I wrote down what sort of things he would be like, or what he would do, or what things he might like. And then again I tried to make him into an actual person and what he would look like. And then I looked at sort of like, again, facial expressions, different noses, different ways to draw him, and then going into his body. And then here, like his clothing, so his jacket. And then I ended up with this watercolour of him, which actually wasn't too bad. Sometimes I'm not too bad at some people, but others I just really struggle with. And this was the one of Angel, which is really bad. But yeah, so that was that. And then I went on to my assignment, which was the assignment 4, which was a magazine illustration. So we had to pick out one word from the words that were given. So I picked out discovery, and then I did a spider diagram on that. And then I did some extra words from the spider diagram, and then a mood board as well, so what discovery might look like. So it could be like obviously new plants, new bits in the environment, in the world, new bits in outer space, new countries, obviously discovering that, you know, you're having a baby, things in outer space, just said that, and just knowledge and different things like that, music. And then going into some thumbnails of what I was going to do. So I was looking more at like telescopes and binoculars and how that can sort of be a visual metaphor for discovery. And then going into bigger thumbnails, so these are binoculars, this on the front view, and then again more thumbnails of how that would work. And then I went